Okay. Who would you cast as an unstoppable killer in a gym spa-based movie in the 80s? David Hasselhoff, Patrick Swayze, or Eric Estrada?
Mark, why don't you lead us off here?
Is this a horror movie or
it's a horror movie.
Okay.
It's a horror movie. Would you have an unstoppable killer in a, romantic comedy?
Like a Lifetime movie?
Yeah, sure. Can I pull an audible and say Richard Simmons?
No.
Okay, Richard
You can cast him as a side character.
Going way off script here. Yeah.
I want to see the Hoff. I don't think anybody else embodies the 80s more than the Hoff himself. Like, he's the Knight Rider, he's the Baywatch, the literal Bay of watching.
Of course.
He's the whole Bay.
Like, I can't think of anybody else that really, other than maybe Michael Jackson. Okay, there's a few other people that I could think of, but I would probably choose Hasselhoff. He's got the build. He seems like he's tall. That hair is amazing.
Well, they all had amazing hair in the 80s.
That's just a
Estrada,
requirement.
Swayze, and Hasselhoff all had the hair.
Okay, well then I can't pick on hair alone. Then I'm gonna.
You can if you want. I'm not going to limit your choices.
Except for Richard Simmons. We're limiting that choice.
Yeah, did you know he had hair implants?
Who, Richard Simmons?
Yeah, he was bald.
No, that's incredible.
Yeah, he was also one of the Fruit of the Loom fruits in the underwear commercial when they would dress up like fruit.
My man has a storied history.
That's right. Anyway, Hasselhoff.
I, for one, can't believe you put baby in a corner. Because nobody does that. So I would say Mr. Patrick Swayze.
You going Swayze crazy on us?
100%. That actually could be the name of the movie.
Swayze
Crazy.
I like it.
Man.
Yeah, there could be some stupid workout called the Swayze that then kills you. I mean, what more is there to say? He can play a bouncer, so he can definitely play a killer. He probably has some sort of karate skills that he can use. So
Karate.
yeah, and you cannot put him in a corner.
Have you fleshed out the Swayze yet? The actual activity, the exercise. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it require a step?
Well, it's the 80s, so it's going to be aerobics of some kind. So you're going to have to wear tons of spandex. Of course, to be cutting edge, the spa/gym would need to have everything run by a computer, even things that don't need to be. So the Swayze would involve fighting with a computer in spandex.
Now, let me counter you again.
Yes, please do.
Because as pictured in Knight Rider, we've already got a computer system ready to go for your club. The Hasselhoff's got Kit.
Yeah, but Kit is not going to run a
Increase resistance
gym.
up to 76. I can't do that, Michael.
I'm sorry, Michael. I will not kill your patrons.
No, Kit's way too classy to be running a gym.
Look,
You think
whatever you take your floppy disk and you plug it into, that's what he's running, okay? He doesn't have much of a choice.
I don't know. I think Kit has
You're saying Kit would be the classiest refrigerator ever if we...
Yeah, I'm just saying I think Kit has some say in where you're sticking his floppy disk.
I mean, he's not a person. He's a program at this point. We haven't gotten to the point where we're accepting of artificial intelligence to have its own rights yet.
All right, Garrett, bring us home. What are we doing here?
Wow. This got heated.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Eric Estrada.
Oh.
I feel like he's just got that zany energy that he brought to Chips. He's got the hair.
He has big sunglasses, right?
He does. Well, in Chips, yes.
Chips, yeah.
Yes, he does. You've all heard him on C-Lab 2021. Go crazy. So I feel like he could really pull this off.
With the strength of 10 gorillas.
10 gorillas.
Why so short? Well, guys, we're missing the
It's
obvious.
a limitation of robotics, just like the spa. In case we haven't spoiled the movie we're doing yet.
I think we really missed the mark. It could be all three of them, and it could be called the 3 Workout Amigos or something.
Yeah.
And then all 3 of them could be in on it.
The 3
Fair.
Bromigos.
3 Bromigos.
I will say, Garrett, I don't think you can spoil Death Spa. There's nothing to spoil here. You're assuming there is a story that starts from the beginning and goes to the end. That is barely true.
Well, let's see if we can do it. Hit the theme. Hey, all you creatures from cyberspace. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the GraveTalk podcast. My name is Mark. Again, joined with Jarrett and Gon. I did it. I've been doing so good lately, and then I did it. Garrett and John. Fellas, how we doing today?
Fantastic.
Not too shabby, my man.
The weather is cooled off.
Thank
I
God.
finally wear a hoodie again, dude. You know I can only wear a hoodie for like 2 months out of the year in Texas.
It's miserable, except for in where we work. It is very cold in there often.
Yeah, but I am what scientists call a sweater. So I sweat anytime that it's not at least 50 degrees outside.
That's unfortunate for you.
So.
Yeah.
Cut those sleeves off.
Oh, is that the trick?
Just let those puppies breathe. Makes you more aerodynamic.
Well, what have you guys been up to since last time?
Not much. Just continuing to read Dr. Sleep. Nothing more to report there. The pages keep coming, and they don't stop coming.
That was almost a song.
It was a reference to a song.
Which one?
All Star by their
it.
seminal hit.
Did you not know that, Mark? I thought that was like...
It was kind of there. Like, it was in there. It's like, that's something I've heard before.
I was like, why are you baiting this? Like, come on, man. We know where he's going with it.
I mean, I sort of only kind of knew where he was going with it. I watched Phantasm 2 finally, so I've seen all the movies. It was okay. I like the original better.
Phantasm 2 had much better special effects.
Definitely there, yeah. It had that department going for it, but I just...
The story is batshit.
Yeah. Not to say I didn't like it, but I prefer the original. Yeah, it's worth a watch, though.
I feel like the not knowing what the hell was going on in the original made that more enjoyable than like knowing what was going on in part 2.
Probably so, yeah.
Because he was like, oh, okay, well, where's this? Where's this? And it's like you kind of knew what to expect. In the first one, you're just like, I don't know what the hell is going to happen here.
But I love that we've got the introduction to Reggie's triple barrel shotgun.
Triple barrel.
Dude, he's off the chain with that thing.
Well, I mean, some people only use 2 barrels. What if you had to just slap a third one on there? Then what?
Reggie is not going to do things normally, okay? No. We know that.
Why use
Reggie's
2
a pioneer.
Use 3?
Reggie's an innovator.
Yeah, he's like, he might ascend like Ash Williams.
Right.
At this point.
This one goes to 11, dude. So
yeah, he 11'd it up. I recommend it. Check it out, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the original.
I have actually been delving back into some of the old horror comics. I've been going through the Vampirellas. I've been reading some of the old Tales from the Crypt, which I found out like was actually originally a different titled series multiple times before it eventually became Tales
like
Crypt.
A guy, like an actual person before it was the skeleton?
I don't know. I didn't see the stuff before Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
I just kind of found some like digital Tales from the Crypt copies, and I was like reading those. But yeah, I like went through like 3 different names or something like that.
Crazy.
And towards the end of its like 27 issue run, eventually became Tales from the Crypt. But no, I got inspired by that because I've been reading the Immortal Hulk series by Al Ewing and art by Joe Bennett. And Joe Bennett's art style in this Hulk book, they've taken Hulk into this like really horror-esque like monstrosity. He like at one point like rips his face off and is like yelling at someone. I mean like but Bennett's art style is very similar to the old horror comics. So I've been kind of like, dabbling back in the old stuff, just kind of seeing how that went. I even kind of like got into some of the old Conans, to see the whole art style there. But yeah, I went back and checked out some of the old horror comics. They don't hold up extremely well, but I'm sure at the time they were like crazy.
It was like the 50s, man. They were scared of everything.
Yeah, it was like way back. I don't know the exact time frame, but
what if an ant became big? I don't know. Throw it on screen. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what's going on.
You, sir, an artist.
But yeah, I would actually, if you like Marvel stuff and you like horror comics, the Immortal Hulk series from 2018, I think it's only like 25 issues in so far. It's been pretty solid, but also the old art style of Tales from the Crypt, man, that's just something about it.
Yeah.
It's like just weirdly depth creepy.
I bring it up every time we talk about Tales from the Crypt, but it needs to be easier to watch Tales from the Crypt. I don't understand how it's not streaming somewhere.
Well, it's on iTunes.
Yeah, I was actually last night looking for it, and you can buy all the seasons on iTunes.
Only $10 a season.
Okay, how many seasons are there?
There's like
7.
9. Oh, 7.
$70 for Tales from the Crypt? I'd actually drop that.
The first season's 10, then it goes to $19.99. I know that because I was literally looking at it yesterday.
Okay.
But I think it also has more episodes in it. I think they did
the first one had like 6 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, and then after that it's like higher. But sorry, I thought they were all $9.99.
Let me stream it for free.
Yeah, it's weird it's not on HBO.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Do they still own the rights to that, I wonder?
They must not.
It's got it. Well, I mean, a lot of those episodes had famous people in them. Like, I remember Whoopi Goldberg showing up in 1 or 2 of them.
Whoopi!
So I assume that every time that airs, they got to pay somebody. And maybe they just don't want to do that, right?
They have old shows with famous people on HBO Go. So, I mean, the rights are probably tangled up somewhere, as we often
Law
find
and Order
out.
also has that, and Law and Order's prices have never dropped. I think it's just the show and like what they choose to do with it.
Well, Herbert Buford O'Neill, please let us know where we can find this program.
I hope you made that up. I hope that's not really the person's initial name.
I think it stands for Home Box Office, but I could be wrong.
think you're right. It is Home Box Office.
No, definitely Herbert
Buford O'Neill.
Yeah.
Yes. He's the CEO.
Presents.
All right. Well, without any further ado, let's get into today's episode. We're talking about 1989's Death Spa, in Europe known as Witch Bitch.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They can use the word bitch in a title?
Apparently. Huh. I don't know. This seems like
they're
one of
much
those...
more like, willing to deal with stuff.
Yeah. Well, it must only be called that in England. I mean, because I imagine in respective countries they use their own language.
Look, I didn't research it enough to give you an answer. I didn't go past it. Was in Europe known as witch bitch. But
Give me
you're right.
the deets.
Knowing the history of the UK's video nasties attacks, going against all those horrible movies, it's weird that this one might have made it through because it gets pretty gory.
It does, actually, yeah. It's one of the few redeeming features. That and its length.
This one was directed by Michael Fishna, written... I don't care about the writers.
Well, the interesting
because they wrote like nothing else.
Right, this is the only movie, and they've never, they have no horror history. They just were like, you know what, let's fuck around in spas.
The most interesting thing about the writers is one of them's name is Mitch Paradise.
Ooh, nice.
That's a fancy 80s name.
Isn't it? Yeah, he was fucking coked out of his mind for sure.
The cast of this one is William B. Miller as Michael Evans, Brenda Bakke as Laura Danvers, Merritt Buttrick as David Avery. Side note, unfortunately, this was Merritt's last film.
Oh,
He died shortly after filming this. You may know him from Star Trek 2 and 3 as the son of William Shatner. He played David also in that series. He was also in Fright Night Part 2, so he had done a couple other horrors before this. So Robert Lipton as Tom, Alexa Hamilton as Priscilla Wayne. The most notable person that you probably recognize from other horror films like Devil's Rejects, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw 3 is Ken Foree as Marvin, Rosaline Cash as Sergeant Stone, Francis X. McCarthy as Lieutenant Fletcher, Sherry Shattuck as Catherine, Hank Cheyenne as Robert, Chelsea Field as Darla, and Joseph Whipp as Dr. Lido Moray.
Oh, he's a doctor.
Here's what the back of the VHS box has to say about Death Spa. For a workout in hell. Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. This one is shapely, beautiful, demonic, and dead. She's also insanely jealous, and one by one, the beautiful people of her husband's health club become victims possessed by her evil spirit, and each meets a grisly death. Check this one out. It's from the people who brought you Faces of Death, and it's not recommended for the squeamish. In this spa, you'll sweat blood.
Is that really what the back of the fucking VHS says?
Is that what this movie is supposed to be about?
Oh my God.
What did you think it was about?
I mean, the people...
I thought it nailed it.
The people do not get possessed.
Well, they don't get possessed.
No, but only one person is potentially possessed.
Oh, he's definitely possessed.
There's two possessions in this movie. The pirate
Oh, yeah.
and her brother.
Wait, there's a pirate in this movie?
Yeah,
At the Halloween party at the end.
no, the Mardi Gras party. It's
Or
not
whatever
a
that-
Mardi
okay.
Gras party.
Well, you could have fooled me.
The brother... I mean, so many questions.
We're off to a terrible start. This is great.
I mean, yes, we're led to believe the brother's possessed because when she shows up, it's a completely different actress.
We're not led to believe. They literally have like a possession fight on the ground at the end of the movie.
But for most of the movie, a lot of the movie, there are times where he's talking.
Do you need to take a moment
Yes.
and take a breather?
There are times where he's talking to his sister. So, theoretically, after they
Talking
banged,
to himself. He's talking to like himself.
But oh man, this movie. All right, just keep going.
All right, this one has no reviews by critics on Rotten Tomatoes. And it has a 31% out of 243 reviews of the audience.
It's about to get one review from critics.
All right, I have a lot of fun with this movie. I think it is over the top ridiculous. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and it doesn't really draw the conclusive line that would lead me to believe these events would occur or take place in any form or fashion in reality. But this is like the epitome of 80s film. You know what I mean?
I will say, I wrote a note while watching this that no movie has ever 80s more than this movie has 80s.
I thought the same thing, but then I thought of Howling 2, and I was like, they could probably fight it out.
I don't know. The Howling basically was like very Transylvania-y. So I was all like, there's like movies in the 90s or 70s that felt very much like that. This movie was 80s.
Yeah.
This movie was written by the 80s.
Yeah, it feels like
The decade.
Herbert Buford 80s.
This movie is like what someone who only watched Stranger Things then was like, write a movie about the 80s, assumed the 80s looked like, and apparently it really fucking did. At least in the health spa where those two guys were going.
Someone watched I Love the 80s without all the quips from the comedians and was like, I got this.
Make the hair bigger. Make the outfits more 80s.
Yeah, a lot more
shoulder
spandex.
pads.
Yeah. What a movie.
John, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Does this soundtrack slap?
It was okay. It was okay. I personally wouldn't say that it slapped, but it was all right.
This soundtrack thumps, though. I will say that if I could find it, I would buy it, but I cannot find it online.
I feel like you're not going to ever find this.
Yeah, it doesn't slap. It at best taps.
It taps, thumps, but doesn't slap.
Oh man, yeah. The soundtrack was great to this. It was just like, oh wow, they have a fucking perfect song for every scene.
And I'm just gonna put this out there, and then I will say my piece. If I had to choose between watching Nothing and this movie, I think Nothing would win every time. So that's how I feel about this. I feel like there were certain scenes. So find the scene with the fish on YouTube. Watch that. You got what you needed.
In the refrigerator?
Yeah, with the fish death. That was like the best part.
The eel? I thought it was like an eel.
Well, no, they were making sushi.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it could be an eel, I guess.
It looked like a barracuda, to be honest with you. It didn't look like any fish you'd actually want.
There is a barracuda that comes back to life after being half like chopped up for sushi.
Mid-sushi.
And attacks a cop.
In a fucking gym, by the way.
Yes. Oh, this gym has everything. So the movie starts and we're basically a slow shot, crane shot down over LA into a parking lot where we see the Star Body Health Spa.
And it's all written in neon letters. They're all different colors.
The font is, the letters are so thin. Good luck seeing that sign from the highway and be able to read it. It looks like squiggly lines.
Completely ineffectual at its job of being a sign.
But then it gets hit by lightning. And then the sign changes to just say Death Spa.
The neon lights of the letters go out.
Except for the ones,
that spells out Death Spa. I actually really like this.
That was actually kind of cool. I wish it was more visible, though.
Right.
Did the lightning, was that just like an intro scene, or was the lightning part of this possession plot?
I think it might have been the introduction of the ghost to our character's spa.
So ghosts travel via lightning?
Well, lightning, in the 80s, lightning had wildly unpredictable properties. It could send you back in time. It could charge cars. It can bring possession ghosts.
It can bring Jason Voorhees back to life.
It could basically bring a Barbie doll into a supermodel.
Yeah.
It can give Flash his powers in the television show The Flash.
So lightning, very powerful.
Science, baby.
Yeah. But then 1990 came and lightning lost all of its powers. Another resource we ruined.
I think we
taken out by radioactive ooze.
We cumulatively decided that Hollywood needs to do better.
Yeah.
It's like, no more lightning origins. Do better, damn it.
Nobody told Death Spa this story, though.
But yeah, to your point, John, this spa has everything. It has a full gym. It has a juice bar. It has a freezer section. It has a pool. It has a steam room.
A sushi bar.
A sushi bar.
Yes,
also.
a regular bar.
Yeah, no, I don't think they served alcohol, though. Because at one point, the cop's like, this would be good with whiskey.
Oh,
in it.
yeah. And they don't
serve like a juice
You're not going
bar.
to serve alcohol at
It was like a juice
gym.
bar.
You could, but you'd serve sushi. And they don't serve coffee.
A pre-sushi meal, a pre-workout sushi
Yes.
meal.
It's also built upon a basement that must also run like a train station. I don't know what's going on in that basement, but it's not a gym's basement.
No.
And this whole giant facility is run on state-of-the-art, untested technology written by the owner's brother-in-law.
Yeah. In their computer room, I mean, I think I wrote, is this like a starship? I don't you would think it'd be running off of like a Commodore. No, this is like mission control.
Yeah,
Walls and walls of panels and buttons.
Let's talk about that control panel for a moment. You're right. It looks like something that would have been in NASA.
Yes, blinking lights everywhere. That would just give me a headache.
The room is has no overhead lighting, is lit in blue.
Yeah, of course, as you do.
I mean, I have a blue light in my bedroom, but the thing is I don't bathe my work area in blue.
It's like a sealed door to get in and out.
A card key, yeah.
Yeah, card key door.
And it controls every little facet of anything that could possibly go on inside this health club, to the point where we're supposed to believe that this computer can change the tension of a dumbbell barbell set.
Yes.
Like as the guy's working out, it's like 110 pounds, 120 pounds. We're going to increase this until you die. And it's like, no one would make a fucking computer system. That would have been a multi-billion-dollar project.
Right.
Yeah, and it also seems pointless because there's a point where a screw on a diving board gets loosened by a ghost. And I was like, well, the computer couldn't control the diving board. I know that much. But then it was like, if you can control it by hand, you don't need to go through the computer for all this.
Did the ghost do that? Because there's two parallel stories going on in here.
because Marv says he fixed the diving board.
Right, but there's a lawyer involved who also wants the gym.
His buddy.
That whole plot line did not even need to exist in this
No.
movie. And they introduced it like 2/3 of the way through the film. It was like, oh, by the way, there's a shakeup, like forced buyout happening.
I wonder if everybody was figuring the movie out right away and they were like, ooh, we got to put a red herring in here quick.
So I thought the lawyer loosened the bolt.
Well, no, you actually saw it though. You saw it on the
Oh,
on the
that's
screw
right.
itself. So the ghost, not only is she a ghost in the machine, but she's also physically
A real ghost.
She's also inanimmately controlling things. This leads me to my next point. What is the ghost power set?
Everything.
Anything.
Everything under the sun.
Yes,
So,
she's also super strong because she like smushes a guy's face to death like instantly.
But to your point real quick, John, about the diving board.
Yes.
It might have been the lawyer because remember there's a point where our lead character confronts the lawyer and the girl he's sleeping
Yeah.
with. And it's like, did you guys do the steam? They're like, well, it's only supposed to be like a mild chlorine gas. And then it's like, did you guys do the diving board? And then it's like, they kind of look away. Like they never
Right.
answer the question. So I was like, maybe the diving board was the lawyer.
but they focus on the screw and you watch it
Unscrewing
unscrewing
itself.
itself.
But
So
if
that's-
it's a loose screw, it might just be coming all the way loose.
here-
But that's not how a diving board works, though.
No, it's not held together by one bolt.
back to the power set of our ghost, Catherine.
Yes.
She can do possession.
Definitely.
She can control inanimate objects.
Yes.
Okay.
She can fling bathroom tiles.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly.
Because they make a point, it's like, the computer doesn't control the bathroom tiles. Like, no, duh. Like, why would it? She can project nightmares into people's minds.
Yes.
She can bend wood planks inside a sauna and stab people through the back of the head.
That's like child's play for her.
She can explode guns while they're being held by hands.
Yep.
And she can set stuff on fire.
Right.
Did I miss anything?
Yes, she can also not only is it possession, she changes what the person physically looks like when she takes over them. The person, you're not thinking like exorcist possession here. It just their whole body transforms
Yeah.
into Catherine.
Yeah, I've never seen a ghost with a power set like this before.
If she made the Transformers with that G noise each time, I would have been like, makes sense to me.
Yeah, why not? What else could we throw into this fucking sink of powers?
Whatever the plot needs.
I feel like they had a 2-sentence like plot and they were just like, throw anything in here that makes these things work.
Well, the premise, I really dig the premise of what a horror movie set in a gym. All right, that's cool. I like that idea. But then they're like, let's make it possession based. It's also a haunting. This guy's
It's corporate espionage.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Like,
And I think someone watched it a little too much Knight Rider. And that's why they made the computer system control the whole thing.
yeah.
So back to Star Body Health Spa.
Oh,
The movie starts out and it's like closed for everything's closed except one girl's like doing her dance routine by herself in the area.
which they show us the whole thing.
As the credits roll, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the credit scene.
Her name's Laura.
Laura. She sits down and then Marv, which we don't know is Marv at the time, we just see a dude walk up next to her and then she gets startled like, oh my God. And he's
Right.
like, hey, pretty, how you doing?
I wrote the old creeper creep because he just like shuffles up silently and it's like, dude, you should never sneak up on someone like that.
Announce yourself.
Right,
Yes.
like-
She's clearly got her back to everything, which is not a place I would sit.
No, but she thinks she's alone. Also, this spa/gym. I'm not even going to waste time trying to get into that like demarcation, but lets customers just stay after close.
I feel like she was like a really like solid customer. Like, yeah, Marv's like, lock up when you're done. You're the last one out. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if that's how a business works.
Generally, no.
I think it's because there seems to be a relationship forming between the owner and this woman.
That's true.
right.
That's
what I
true.
mean?
They do have a thing
So
going
it's
on.
probably like, hey, stay after hours if you want, whatever.
Okay.
So she's like the last one to lock up.
But even then, from like an insurance
Right,
like,
liability-
point, yeah, you don't want to leave anybody who's a customer alone in your place.
Especially considering what's about to happen.
Do you think Mitch Paradise really thought about this stuff when he wrote this script? No, sir.
Mitch, baby, are you thinking about insurance?
Do you think any of these guys actually owned a spa of any kind?
Yes.
They were like, hey, what's real hot right now? There's 1 billion health spas popping up everywhere. Let's make a horror movie.
Now I read that the male lead wasn't an actor. He owned a gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why they cast him. It was in on the Slash film or whatever. They did a behind the scenes of this, and yeah, the guy just happened to own a gym, and they were like, "All right, well, you're in."
Well, I hope he was a better owner in real life than he is in this movie,
I
because
doubt
he
it.
sucks as an owner.
Oh man, it's so crazy.
We're
But
like 4 minutes into the film right now.
not even that. We've got to be less than that.
Well, Laura decides she's going to go into the sauna, and she's getting undressed. She's setting down, laying down inside the sauna.
Yeah.
And you can just see, like you were saying earlier, stuff is starting to pump in, and I thought it was just steam.
It was
too.
originally steam.
It was.
It was originally steam, but then eventually it kind of changes thickness.
Fair warning here for anyone watching this movie: this sauna scene is borderline softcore porn.
Yeah, she's full on naked.
Yeah, and like multiple times, I'm like, is she gonna start masturbating right now? Because it was very weird.
It was the 80s. Come on, John. But yeah, no, she's laying naked in this sauna room, and then like the steam kind of changes a little bit, and then I guess it's like mild chlorine gas. We later learn,
Right?
And it gets in her eyes, and she freaks out. And you think she's going to be like chlorined alive, and she breaks the window of the sauna room.
Yes.
Chlorine in gas form is deadly. It wouldn't just burn your eyes out. It would kill
well,
you.
it's mild.
Or maybe it was something else.
No,
I don't
they
remember
said
exactly.
chlorine.
Oh,
right,
I'm just letting you know, in real life, like chlorine
Right.
gas will kill you.
It is like against the Hague Convention to use it in war. It's so bad.
Oh, wow,
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about any of these mild portions of it, but it's not good.
Yeah.
We just used a mild sedative.
My point is, it's not going to target your eyes.
No.
I feel like she broke the window before it had a chance to do anything else. But yeah, you would have breathed it in. If it got to your eyes, you would have breathed it in
Ruin
by
your
then.
lungs. Which leads to one of my favorite parts of this whole movie. So we see, was it Michael, right?
Yes.
Michael rushes to the hospital, and the doctor's like, it's not as bad as it looks. It pans over to her, and she's perfect. She just has a little bit of gauze over her eyes. Like, oh, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, she has a little gauze over her eyes. I was like, oh, that's Daredevil's origin story.
Right. If you warn someone it's not as bad as it looks, you're expecting like horrific damage or something.
This doctor's bedside manner is accurate.
Like Michael Keaton's Joker like scene where they hand him the mirror and he starts laughing and crashes it. Like
I
that.
would have loved if that was what it was. It's like, it's not that bad. She smashes it like, you're right. It's like
The opening of this movie also, when Michael's rushing to the hospital where he's driving his Porsche down the
white
80s.
Porsche convertible.
He's just driving through the 80s. And like the cuts of this shot are so bizarre, especially when she smashes out of the window also to get away from it. It's just like a weird jump cut.
Yes.
Where she's all of a sudden outside. I was like, wait, is she still inside or outside the window? I can't tell.
Well, the window looked like it was small enough for her arm to go through. And I was like, she can't reach the door handle from there. Like, she can't climb through that hole. Like, how the hell did she get out?
They explain later. I mean, well, they have multiple explanations and weirdness, but they go, "Oh, the lawyer's mistress went back into the gym, and she had some bullshit excuse of, I forgot something,
my purse.
and they found her, quote unquote.
That was
and
the girl that was
freed
working
her.
with the lawyer. Yeah,
Right.
that character's name is Priscilla.
Priscilla. So that's how she got out.
Queen of the death spa.
Yes. Later, they also say that spa door doesn't have a lock.
Yeah.
She should have been able to just open the door. And it's like, so was it both the ghost and the lawyer?
Well, yeah, I think the ghost locked her in, but I think the lawyer and Priscilla were like, just basically like, if we just blind this chick, then that's going to be a lawsuit, and we can like buy him out.
All right, I think I pieced it together. The ghost's plan was to use the steam, just boil her. Right. Then the chlorine started pumping through. The ghost was just like, Catherine was like, fuck it, I'm rolling with this then. Chlorine.
So the
it
lawyer
is.
and the ghost should have like gotten their together.
Right, little synergy there.
There you go.
They should have cut the ghost in on that trade deal. Sell off Michael's share of the business, and then she could have been co-owner Ghost.
Why would anyone even want to buy
Ghost spa.
Ghost Spa.
a gym where people are dying like flies?
No, that was one of my biggest questions. Throughout the movie, the patrons are dying left and right.
Constantly.
And like Michael's thing is like, I'll extend your gym membership by 3 months. Like, fuck no, go find another gym.
No. He offers that. What they actually want, though, is to
three-way.
bang.
Yes.
Oh man, his life is so rough.
Dude, his wife. So I think an important piece of backstory is his wife set herself on fire because she got paralyzed due to a miscarriage.
Yes.
And it happened like 1 month before this movie kicked off.
It was only a month?
No, it was a year.
A year.
It was
Okay.
a
Like,
year.
dude, okay, she's got reason to be
So
angry.
within
was a
1
year.
year, Michael went from a married man about to have a child to someone that 80% of his gym wants to sleep with. He owns a gym now, and has moved on and is dating this temporarily, I assume, blind lady who he seduces with Brussels sprouts.
Asparagus.
Asparagus, yes.
Get your greens right.
Sorry.
Well, I feel like after a year, they started to actually have something because Laura was all like, tells David, his brother-in-law, the brother of the girl who burns herself alive. She's like, I know you think that we had something going on when she was alive. We didn't, but it's been a year. He's finally like ready to like actually like see someone. I'm taking it slow with him. I'm being respectful to your sister. And so I agree that like with that whole relationship was probably on the up and up as far as like the time frame goes, if he's going to move on that quick. But the fact that he was so willing to like three-way like patrons of his business,
right?
I was like, oh, maybe he moved on real quick, but who knows? I don't know how grief works for different people.
He's sleeping through his gym while also being like, Laura, why don't you move in with me?
Yeah, he wants her to move in at that point.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I think that was John is one to say. Right
Catherine is right here.
But let's hold on a minute before you just start giving her the fucking award of the movie. Let's see what her actual justification of doing all these murders to random people that have nothing to do with Michael's quote unquote infidelity, if you want, even though she's dead.
Yeah.
She killed herself.
I will say it's not infidelity because we don't have any facts to say that for certain, but the fact that like she didn't wait as long as she thought he should before moving on.
But all she wants out of this movie is for Michael to kill himself and join her in the afterlife.
Right.
Yes.
That is fucking stupid.
That's fucked too. But wait, we know there's infidelity because he's either cheating on Catherine or he's cheating on Laura, but he's got to be cheating on somebody.
Well, I don't know what kind of relationship they have, him and Laura, but like if you ask someone to move in with you, it probably was serious. Maybe they have an open thing. I don't know. But the point is yes, to Mark's point, she wants him to kill himself so we can both be in hell. And I wrote the line down. God, where is it? She at one point says, let's die together and live forever in hell. I was like, that's not a great sales pitch.
Right. Also, she's making the pitch after she already committed.
Yes.
So you should have had this discussion.
She's like, look, I regret my decision, but I'd like someone else to be here miserable with me.
Pre-self-immolation is when you have this discussion.
Perhaps in all the nightmare projections that she was giving Michael, she could say, if you join me, I'll leave Laura alone. I'll leave your gym alone. Like,
I don't think Michael
put your terms on the table up front.
Yes, exactly. So let's talk about David. David is the brother of Catherine who's running the computer system that can do all the magnificent things that nothing in the 80s had ever done up until this point. And there's some tension there because I think David is starting to be like, well, you know, Michael, you sure got over my sister quick and you hired me because we're sort of somewhat related by in-law status, you know, that whole thing. But yeah, he's a real piece of shit.
He's a douche too.
And the police come in to talk to everybody about what happened with Laura and her eyes. And David's like, there's no fucking way. It was my machine. My tech is solid. Here's the printouts of yesterday. You can see all my shit is on lock.
Where were you between 9 and 11 last night? I was hacking.
Oh, what a tool.
And
it's my hobby.
He explains what hacking is. Experimenting with computer programs. That was his definition.
Enough, yeah.
I was like, okay, that's kind of fair.
I love these cops.
I would watch a cop drama with these two.
Yes, absolutely, man.
I mean, the male cop's kind of a dick. I mean, he's pretty terrible. He's like, man, I should have given some of that to my wife, like inferring that he wants his wife to die too. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Lieutenant Fletcher and Sergeant Stone, and Lieutenant Fletcher is our male detective, and he almost doesn't even work.
No.
He's just hanging out half the movie at the club. Like, I wish I was young and cool like these people.
Worst cop ever, really. And his partner, I think, agrees, but she's also like, whatever, I'm too old for this shit.
And they're kind of making bets like, who do you think done it? And it's like, my money's on David. He's like, I think it's Michael. You know, there's that back and forth like, well, we'll get to the bottom of this at some point.
And in between these scenes, it's peppered in like just workout scenes of like this British dude who's out of shape, comic relief guy.
What was the point of that guy?
He was supposed to be for jokes.
Right?
He was there for jokes.
He wasn't funny.
No, he wasn't funny.
Everything he said didn't make any sense. My favorite workout scene, though, is when this dude's like pumping iron and then this girl walks up to him and she's like,
well, how many reps can you do?
15 or 20, more if I'm showing off.
Well, why don't you show off for me?
I never waste effort in the gym. Besides, I'm beta, you're VHS.
I was like, does that mean he's gay?
It might mean he's gay.
Yeah, I wrote...
Because he's a different format. I just assumed he was a gay.
I thought it meant they're not compatible.
I wrote burn. I assumed he was like, I'm high quality. get out of here with your VHS trashness.
Oh, you think he was just like, you're on my
level.
Oh, so she got to go take a dip in the pool because she just got set ablaze.
Exactly.
He said I'm VHS and she's beta, or he's beta?
I'm beta, you're VHS.
Is beta better than VHS?
The quality was
considered
better,
at the
yeah.
time, yes.
Oh.
But it was more expensive. See?
Wow, maybe I think that is a burn.
Yeah, so that's what I read, and that's what I typed in all capital letters because I was like, man, I feel that one.
I mean, I kind of like the idea that he was saying he was gay. It was like code for I'm gay.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Could be either.
I didn't go to gyms in the 80s.
No. And
or spas, if you will.
right after that, in case you thought you were done working out, there is an aerobic scene, which goes on forever.
Oh, we see the whole aerobics thing.
like 5 minutes of
It's like
someone.
1, 2, dance, turn, everybody. I was like, oh my God, okay.
At one point where the instructor's like moving one of the persons, I was like, that's not how a workout works.
No.
If you're assisting them, they're not burning any calories.
You're just doing it for them.
Hey, I don't own a gym. I may be wrong.
Also, no one wipes these machines down when they're done with them. People were just getting up and walking away, and I was like, ooh, this place has got to be disgusting.
Yeah. It was the 80s, though. They didn't have like rules back then, man.
And again, dude, I am in on this soundtrack. Like throughout the film, I was like, I would probably listen to
There's
this.
so much good 80s stuff. And when he's driving his Porsche to the hospital in the beginning, it's all like,
So
You're just
ridiculous.
like, yes, what is going on here?
The only thing I really noticed in the background of, I loved your phrasing, Mark, of how when he's driving through the 80s is it's just a big McDonald's sign and just huge red. I was like, oh shit, all right, McDonald's is still the same 30 years later.
Yeah, they don't change what's perfect.
No, it was great.
So, at some point, like, people are going to continue to be fucked with and murdered throughout
Yeah, like a
this film.
dead bird shows up. So they cut from this aerobic scene that serves zero purpose except to get this movie over 90 minutes to Michael's office. And I guess he opens like a drawer or his door or somehow a fucking dead bird ends up on the ground.
It's a bird's nest with a dead bird in it.
So gross.
And it's not just a dead bird, it's a fetus.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing about having the baby and Catherine dying
yeah.
while she was, or not dying, but going paralyzed.
Because, yeah, he runs into the computer room with David. And he's like, do you think this is some kind of joke? He's like, you know that, you know, what she thought about our marriage. And he was like, what, that it was like a nest and she was building a nest with you and the baby didn't happen and a broken family. It was like this whole, like, David seemed like a proto David from Prometheus.
Yes.
Like he had like that whole like disassociated kind of like computer-esque brain, which makes sense. He's the computer hacker guy.
Yeah.
But he also has that British accent, very calm and collected most of the time. And it was like, oh, this is what David did before he went to work for Wayland.
And then Michael gives him the most generic threat ever. Just watch yourself or you will need medical attention.
That is beautiful. I'm going to start using that to people.
Yeah.
Because he said, what are you going to do? Some jock stuff to me or something like just like real, like you're going to be a tough guy.
And then, to John's point, we get another scene of softcore.
Yes, an obligatory shower scene.
All these ladies in a shower, and then the doors lock, and then I got flashback of a lot of video games where the tiles start coming up,
Yeah.
spinning around and flying at you, and they're all freaking out. And was it pumping in more chlorine gas?
No, I think it's just they had
It
to
might have been
like,
steam.
I think it just had like the air to push the tiles off and just got caught on camera.
And honestly, it's kind of comedic, this scene. I was just laughing at it.
Because it's all these like naked women just sort of pretend shrieking, very poorly running away. Like there's a door and it's open, so they could just be evacuating.
Like
but
turn, shuffle. No,
Yeah.
just stand there.
they're
Cool.
just kind of running around each other. It did not work how they had hoped it would.
And they finally get out, and Michael's there, and he's like, hey, I'm really sorry. And then one of the girls goes, to tell you the truth, Michael, this place could use better maintenance.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
Right?
And that's when he's like, I'll give you 3 more months on your membership.
More opportunity to die. It's like,
Yeah.
lady, do you really think tiles shooting out is a maintenance problem?
And again, this was a craze of the 80s. There was gyms everywhere popping up. This is when it exploded.
Right.
You can go get another membership, lady.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
There's a lot of gym movies in the 80s. Like there's that John Travolta one. I mean, there's so many like gym-based movies in the 80s, but yeah.
There's the one with Laurie Strode. She did one. Or is that the same one?
I think that's the same
We're talking
one.
about
That's the same one, I think. Yeah.
There's just one, but it's a good one.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. But yeah, so like as that's going on, Marv, his like right-hand guy, is like also going around. He's like, I fixed that diving board. And that happens earlier when the cops first show
Right.
up. The diving board breaks. And so you see like everything's kind of going like sideways at this place, and everyone keeps thinking it's a computer, but then someone thinks it's sabotage. And so then Marv and Michael are having a conversation in the room. They're like, man, in the office, and they're like, I don't know, man, we got to figure out what's going on. I'm thinking about taking the entire computer system offline. And he's like, well, if we do that, we lose everything that makes this place special.
Well, it's the lawyer.
The lawyer's
in there. And this takes place right after another murder. Remember when I was saying the tension of the weights keeps going up?
Yeah, I don't want to skip that because it's like the best scene.
It pulls his arm backwards until his
He's doing like
ribs crack.
butterfly presses or something like that.
And it just keeps increasing the weight until he just snaps. And everybody's just like, oh, no.
And nobody talks about it ever again. People are actively dying in this club.
This dude is ripped apart.
And the staff is just like, ha 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 ha.
Sexy or not, people would leave Michael's club.
I don't know.
Just because they're lining up to fuck him doesn't mean they'd keep showing up to die.
No pain, no gain, baby.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
And then the cop comes and he's like, hell of a workout plan. Weight loss through terror.
Oh, God, yeah. It's like the cop has the worst quips,
Dude,
but they're so like terribly good.
Somebody literally died. If he didn't die, he was maimed. I mean, like...
Oh, no, that dude like had his ribs snapped apart.
And this cop thought it was time to make a quip about it.
Oh, and then we cut to, then there's the scene with Marv and Michael are having a conversation like, what do we do about this? And they decide to play like the room Tommy Wiseau level football, where they pass the football back and forth between each other in an office 5 feet apart from each other.
Yeah.
And they're just having the happiest of times. And it's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. And it's like, guys, people are dying at your place of business.
He's like, we can't take the machines offline because 20% of our members signed up during last year's Mardi Gras party. And then he's like, look, here's what we do. If we keep it open through Mardi Gras, we can shut the whole gym down for renovations. It's like, what is happening? Y'all, people are dying.
Because that Mardi Gras party, the Mardi Gras party is like how they get all their new, like it's their big like membership drive
but
almost.
It does not have to happen at the gym.
It is the flimsiest plot point to keep this murder happening.
Yeah.
That's really what this is.
Just got to keep the murder machine going.
Because Mitch Paradise, or his co-writer, was like, hey, wouldn't they just shut this place down? I was like, no, man, we're going to have a scene where that gets explained.
Right. Or we tried to shut it down. Or what if the computer was shut down? Problem solved. It's fucking paranormal. Well, they don't need the computer.
David doesn't want that to happen, though. David really is like, this is my computer reputation on the line. He's really like committed to not having the computer go offline.
Gym software.
And then as this is going on, we are peppered with scenes of Michael having dreams of his wife in a wheelchair on a hillside out in the California hills being set on fire.
Setting herself on fire.
But no, he takes her to his house to like basically keep Priscilla there. She's blind. There's so many ledges with no rails.
It's Laura.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Dude, this whole shit is crazy.
This house is the most dangerous place for a blind person to ever be.
What is happening right now? So he gets his wife, or not his wife, his girlfriend, I guess, or whatever.
Yes, well, they have that really bizarre romantic scene where she's like laying in his lap and he's feeding her asparagus and she's like,
it's so
I could stay here
gross.
forever. I'm like, can we delete this scene forever?
There's like a whole romantic montage of like soft focus, these real soft dissolves and fades. There's like a fireplace, trying to make asparagus fucking sexy. It's all limp and gross. Oh God. And it's like she just came home from the hospital like the same night. That's night one.
Her eyes are slightly irritated, guys.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Then we're immediately treated to another death scene in the women's locker room where I guess they have spears in these lockers.
Oh, this is the after hours where...
Yeah, like she's the last one in, everybody else is left, and she starts hearing noises and the locker doors start slamming open. You know, like every paranormal thing's got to have the doors shake and everything. But then she opens one up and like a spear just gets her right in the throat. What was that spear?
What happens to her body?
It gets pulled in.
Got pulled in. So like the spear shot out and then pulled her into the locker and then it closed because on...
when Laura shows up to the gym to collect her things,
and she's
the
still
dead
blind.
body is in Laura's locker.
Yeah.
She can't see.
But do they ever find that body later?
I don't think so.
Right. So that's what I mean when what happened to it. Like, so Laura agrees to move in with Mike. She's like, I gotta, on one condition, take me to the gym to get my stuff. Lady, do you fucking live in the gym?
that's what my roommate said. She's like, does she live at the gym?
Yeah, why don't you take you to your apartment and get your things if you're moving in?
So apparently, Laura, homeless.
That's why she was there so late.
Exactly. Yeah. And she feels this dead body, doesn't really realize what it is, never find that dead body again. So then Mike goes to a paranormal investigator.
Dr. Moray.
One of the best characters in this movie.
Dr. Leto Moray, yeah.
And
his scene is just so weird, like when they introduce him.
He's telling some story about ground that doesn't grow anymore, essentially. And he's like, what you just saw there was me figuring shit out from touch. He has some fancy word for it. I can't remember.
Yeah, I touched it and I was able to sense all this psychic stuff.
Psychometry.
Yeah,
psychometry.
And so then he's like, all right, I'm going to tell you what happened with you. Your wife had a miscarriage.
Well, give me an item of hers, and he gives him like a brooch.
Oh, right, yeah. And so he touches it, waves a little wand. He's like, your wife had a miscarriage. She was jealous of you. Then she set herself on fire. And he's like, yeah, all right, you read the newspaper.
And they say she was burnt to ashes, unrecognizable ashes. But like in one of the dream sequences, like she's burned and he runs up with a fire extinguisher and puts her out. Yeah, and I was like, well, that's not unrecognizable. You know who she is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does not match what they claim happens. Yes. They're also like, oh, it's in the garden, but she's on some sort of mountain.
She's out in the California hills on the edge of the, like where the hot tub is.
The continuity of Mitch Paradise's script is just all over the place.
Lacking. So then Michael's like, I'm not believing your bullshit. And so he's like, oh, but also Ness. You wanted a nest and she thought it was a nest, and he goes on the whole nest story. And Michael's just like, oh yeah, all right, I guess you are psychic.
Michael is immediately on board, like, okay, you get it.
He's like,
what's up?
You're hired.
He's in the presence of real magical shit, and he's just so blasé about it. Like, all right, yeah, come over to the gym, I guess, and we'll go from there.
I guess he's also a detective because he's like, I have this gun. I'll hang out at your club tonight, and I'll get to the bottom of this.
Then he goes, there's more. When he pulls out the gun, he goes, there's more to this job than things that go beep and buzz. I'm like, does anything go beep and buzz in this job?
His psychometry.
Yeah.
So Michael has this thing where he's like, girls, I'll exchange your membership by 3 months to these other set of girls. And they're like, well, how about, you just work us out or something like that. And they make some three-way reference, and he's like, okay, cool. Tomorrow after your workout, meet me. And they're like, okay. So these two girls are there. They're getting ready to go bang Michael. And then one of them gets a note that's like, hey, meet me down in the basement. Dude, come alone, signed Michael.
This note couldn't have been any weirder if it was cut out of magazine letters.
It's so weirdly blatant.
I have the sex. Meet me downstairs at 2 a.m.
And so the other girl's like, oh, hey, I'm pretty tired. I'm not going to go meet Michael in his office. I'll talk to you later. She goes down to the basement, and then she gets hydrochloric acid from the sprinklers.
This scene was actually really good, except for the fact that this basement is in a different movie. She goes down the stairs and enters some new movie where this basement makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's a warehouse district all of a sudden.
It's got boilers and fog. And
it's also very disgusting, so Michael's not keeping his basement clean.
No.
Well, you gotta have a lot of steam in this spa, so maybe this is where all this equipment's stored. But anyway,
It's supposed to be state-of-the-art place with a computer system that costs $1 billion.
The top is state-of-the-art.
Do you know how much mold is in that basement?
He bought all his boilers secondhand.
She didn't die from the sprinkler. That was black mold inhalation.
But you're right. She the sprinklers kick on downstairs, and it's raining some chemical, and she falls on the ground, and she just melts away and fizzles out, and it's really well done.
Yeah, I think it was the best effect in the movie.
I think so
Super
too.
gory and nasty. And then we cut back. Then that's when we cut to the Dr. Moray scene. And then, so Dr. Moray's going to spend the night at the club.
Jesus.
The cops are still trying to figure out what's going on. At this time, roughly around this time, is when Michael figures out that the lawyer and Priscilla have been sabotaging his shit.
Yeah, and he
goes and confronts them.
How does he figure it out? Because I don't remember. I maybe.
Oh, I know what it is. Because at some point the lawyer was messing around with the pipes, and he left his watch.
Oh yeah.
That's
so Michael
right.
found the watch in the maintenance area, and he's like, "Ha-ha! I sleuthed it myself."
I know whose calculator watch this is.
Right.
Yeah, he did have a calculator watch. But yeah, that's right. He Sherlocked this all together.
And they immediately confessed to the crime. I mean, they literally almost killed a person.
Yes.
He could have called the detectives and be like, hey, by the way, boom, boom. They confessed to this shit.
This was some Scooby-Doo level shit. They're like, we would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that watch.
But we're still going to do it, Michael. You're still going to get fucked out of your shares of the business.
Right.
You know?
Well, and the
okay.
lawyer's a real dick too, because he's like, so the hydrochloric acid, and they're like, yeah, that was us. And then he's like, and this, and they're like, yeah, that was us. And then they're like, what about this? And then Priscilla's like, well, that may have been us. And then the lawyer's like, wow, it sounds like you know a lot more about this plot than I do. And I was like, you fucking asshole. I was
Push her ass under the bus.
Way to just put it all on her. And Michael was like, fuck you guys. And then right after that scene, Priscilla's like, I've met some real fucking dirty creeps in my life, but you take the cake. And he's like, I'm sorry. She's like, it's a compliment. And I was like, what?
Yeah, what?
I was like, what? That's the craziest shit. And then she leaves. So like they're done. So that whole sabotage plot line is done.
Yeah, we never hear about it ever again.
Nope.
Death Spa. What? That would have really been a great title for this movie. Is this when David goes to meet?
David goes over to see Laura. As they're over at his place to try to see David.
What a weird scene.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure David meant to kill Laura in that moment, but then
with the screwdriver.
Yeah, right. And so she lets him in. She's like, and I wrote down, Michael just lets anybody into his house when he's not home. What's his problem? Like,
easily, yeah.
So David's in there, Laura's in there, and then some random woman shows up and is like, I'm here to deliver Michael's groceries. And I'm like, what else does Michael
David grabs and is like, I'll take him, and then closes the door in her face. And she was about to walk in with him, and I was like, I guess anybody's just got an open pass to walk into this dude's house.
What other chores does he lease out to his guests?
As many as possible, probably. He's got to free up time for his 3-ways.
Don't have time to shop.
And also, his front door is in a giant mirror. So when you walk up to someone's front door, you're looking at yourself. I was like, that's the weirdest intro ever.
That's the 80s for you.
But because the lady dropped the groceries off, she saw David. She had a conversation with him. I feel that's why they didn't go through with killing Laura in that moment.
Oh, you think so?
There was a witness.
Would have been obvious,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And so
She ended up dead, and then we're like, David did it.
Laura's still blind, right? Is she blind?
Yeah, she's still blind at this
Not
point.
until Mardi Gras party that she actually takes her eyes.
He's waving
bandage
that
off.
screwdriver around like he was going to threaten her with it, but if she can't see, what was he accomplishing?
Yeah, he was like poking on his finger, like, I got a screwdriver. And it was like, dude, she can't tell that.
Yeah, you're going to have to actually threaten her with your voice.
That was for you.
Oh, the audience.
Yes.
Okay, that was all camera work.
Correct.
So, but yeah, and like he's standing real close and she's really freaked out. She's like, I think you should go now. And he's like, maybe I will. And I'm just like, okay, God, dude, just go.
Like creeper.
And then
Beware the eyes of March.
And then the cops and Michael are over at David's house and they walk in. They're like, well, he's not alone because they see like lady stuff.
Oh, right. And this is where they accuse him of being a cross-dresser.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they find a wheelchair, and then Michael's like, my God.
A burned wheelchair.
It wasn't even burned. It was normal.
It looked burned.
It was normal.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned, Mark?
They cut to his dream, and it overlays with the burned one.
Oh,
and it goes back, and it's just a normal wheelchair. I'm like,
do you think when he pretended to be his, because they were twins, David and Catherine were twins, so they shared that twin bond in the 80s, which everyone thought gave you magical powers. So do you think when he pretended to be his sister, he like played paralyzed also?
yeah.
You think
The
he like
whole
wheels?
thing.
I think you did all the whole
He
thing.
committed to the whole thing.
But he wasn't even role playing, right? He was literally possessed.
Yes, he was possessed
So
by her.
maybe she just wanted a wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, but
Bring me my chair.
If you're a ghost, you're like, I was disabled when I was alive. I might as well be disabled when I'm like, you know, a ghost.
But we see her walk later.
Oh yeah, I guess she figured it out.
Yeah. So then the sergeant puts out the best APB of all time, where he's like, all right, we're looking for a male, slight build. He's 6 whatever, 130 pounds, probably a psycho.
Oh yeah, probably. He's like, oh, and get this, maybe dressed like a woman. And I was like, God, dude, you were the worst cop.
Get this.
Could you imagine seeing that wanted poster? Wanted, probably a psycho.
That's everybody in the 80s doing cocaine. That fits everybody's MO.
Oh, so then we cut back to Peter Venkman, age 60, and Dr. Murray in the gym, which is closed down at this point. And he's investigating sounds or something. And he goes in the basement and he finds the dissolved body of the girl who's still alive.
Really messed up.
Like her heart and her lungs are like beating and pumping and her hands are twitching, but she's like alive, but her like melted away.
Not possible, though, in real life.
No, but maybe Catherine was just keeping her alive.
You're giving that movie a lot of credit.
Add that to our list of powers.
Yes.
Can prevent death.
ICU unit. So Murray's like doing after he finds like the dissolved lady, I guess like the ghost of Catherine appears.
Yes.
Which we don't know if it's David dressed as Catherine or we don't know if it's Catherine, but it's, and he chunks the doctor around like a rag doll.
All the beeps and buzzes did not help.
Dr. Murray pulls out a gun and goes to shoot the ghost or David. I keep wanting to say the ghost. Goes to shoot
It kind of
David.
is the ghost. That's why. So I understand you're confused. Like,
Because the movie does not give you a clear indication of who's who.
no, it's like Catherine David.
Yeah.
Cavid.
Catherine David. And then the gun explodes in his hand and blows his hand off completely.
Ugh.
Just boom, misfires, blows his entire hand off. And then that's the last we see. Or does he get impaled?
Yeah, he gets it. Like, he bites it.
Yeah, the doctor gets killed downstairs in the basement. And then bam, I think we cut to the Mardi Gras party the next night.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's a new kid in the control room dressed as a pirate.
Yes.
Not only is he a bad actor, he's a bad control operator.
Well, Michael calls the party and he was like, oh, hi, so-and-so. I don't remember the pirate guy's name, but he's like, hi, so-and-so. I need you to go in the control room. Don't let anybody in. If you see David, stop him from going in. Like, don't let anybody go into the control room until I get there, me or Marv get there.
Yeah.
And what immediately happens? The ghost of Catherine or whatever shows up and starts to show some skin. He's like, hey, you're not supposed to be in here, but I guess you can stay if you're going to continue to take your clothes off.
It's classic. You had one job, dude. Like, don't let anyone in there. He's like, hey, how'd you get in here, by the way? The door's locked. She's like, let me answer that with boobs. He's like, all right, I'm convinced. And then
the story checks out.
No need for words here. Continue.
It's an old code, but I was going to allow it.
Because I wrote down, I was like, is this the ghost or is this David? But the thing that's weird is after he like seduces and squishes the face of the pirate guy.
He gets smushed to death.
Yeah, like he waves his hand and turns the computer on. Like I Dream of Genie level, like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then like all the computers go on. I was like, oh, so it is the ghost. And I was like, but wait, does David have these powers too now?
I think we're just to assume they're one character.
Yeah. When possessed, David has all the powers Catherine has.
Okay.
Yeah.
And looks like Catherine.
And
She's
yes.
the physical form of Catherine.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. This ghost has got a lot of powers.
Dude, insane. Why does she even care about this gem? She could be ruling the world right now.
This is the part where everyone's having this party. It looks like a Halloween party, but it's a Mardi Gras party.
It doesn't need to happen at a gym. Number one, there's no gym aspect to this party, except
It's a great location.
Yeah,
I guess. Had it at his house.
Right. And I guess
Ooh,
it's
nice. Liability.
All right, fine.
it's open to non-members, I suppose.
Well, they're trying to get new people to sign up.
Right. I don't know. I mean, yes, this Halloween Mardi Gras party happens. It suddenly becomes like a different movie because then this movie goes off. They had like $50 left in their budget. They're like, we better spend it all.
Yeah. Well, Lawyer is off in the sauna making out with some 80s woman.
I thought it was Priscilla.
No, because she had dark hair. This was a blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She gets hers later.
Okay.
But yeah, he's making out with this random girl, and then he takes like wood to the back of the head, and his head just like kind of squeezes open.
Yeah.
And spills out on the ground. I was like, was that what you wanted to do? Or is that the only thing you could afford?
Grody, but yeah, it was totally nuts. We see a character dressed as a Harley Quinn sneak into Michael's office to steal some files. But as that's happening, Laura, who is now not blind anymore,
No, it was like a 3-day thing.
like walks in, is literally a foot and a half away from this person dressed as a Harley Quinn, who sneaks behind like a cartoon, like dun 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 dun, dun behind the office chair.
And
3
I
feet
believe
away.
this was Priscilla.
Yes, this was Priscilla, and then Priscilla runs out, knocks out Laura, and then takes the files to continue to sabotage Michael, and then walks away.
What period of I said 3 days, but what period of time does this movie encompass?
A week, 2
1
weeks,
week,
4 months. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's
A few
indeterminate.
days. I would say a few days.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
I would say a week
Tops,
max.
right? Yeah, so
Tops.
she's still blind. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's the
it was
least
mild
important
chlorine,
thing.
dude. Mild chlorine. So people are getting randomly killed. The cops decide to show up at this party. Like, we'll find out who did it because everyone's going to be at this party.
Well, because someone was missing, right? They were looking. Oh, they were like, "Hey, the girl who got sucked into the locker." They're like, "Yeah, well, no one's seen her in like 3 days, but we didn't think anything of it."
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
"Hey, we found her car abandoned." They're just like, "Look, and I got a party, so could you quit with this downer shit?" And the cops are like, "You know what? That's a fair point."
And Lieutenant Fletcher just proceeds to like have a good time.
Yeah.
Hanging out the juice bar, hitting on the bartender.
I think he says there's a lot of bimbos here. I'm going to see if I can get one or something like that. And I was like,
We know he's married. He's here to investigate a missing person report.
Mm-hmm.
Does not slow him down at all.
He did make some joke about killing his wife.
yes, earlier he did. Yeah, I was just like, oh, too bad she didn't get that. And I was like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, he's brutal.
But the
Divorce is an option. You know? Like,
the bartender starts making him a fruit smoothie or something, and then like puts her hand in the blender for no good reason.
well, she made a joke earlier about having her hand caught in a blender.
Right, Chekhov's blender.
It just seems to be. It just seems to be how she uses a blender, which someone should have pulled her aside and been like, "Listen,
You do not stick your hand in a
Whoa,
in a
whoa, whoa,
device.
Debbie, no.
is unnecessary." I don't know who taught you to use a blender this way, but if your hand's going in there, you're doing it wrong, dude.
Let's not even talk about like hygiene issues.
Right.
I'm not going to drink some juice, raw juice. You stuffed your hand
Yeah.
in.
Or absolute worst case, take the thing off of the motor.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, then it kicks on. And some grade A acting takes place here.
More blood than you can imagine spurting out of this thing
Yes.
everywhere. Unless it was supposed to be like beet juice also. I couldn't tell if it was a mixture of blood.
I don't know. I assumed it was all
Let's assume
blood.
it's blood.
And the cops desperately pretending to take this thing off. And she's like, it won't come off.
And he's like, oh, God, it's unplugged. What is going on?
The humanity.
Somebody get help. And it's like, you are help.
And then it finally shuts off. He pulls it off and he's like, what the fuck? Like, kind of like just like
Yeah.
crazy.
She's dead.
Oh, she's full dead.
Now, and I mean this seriously. Would that kill you?
No.
I understand it would mangle your hand.
You
Yes.
would eventually lose blood,
Right,
enough
but not
to die,
that fast.
but not
No.
immediately.
Okay.
Maybe she passed out because of shock.
Oh,
No,
all right.
her eyes were open dead. She was dead.
She was shocked awake.
This movie, man.
And
Then the freezer right behind him.
explodes open, and we've got like an Evil Dead level of tunnel suction going on, and he gets pulled into the freezer, and he's just on his ass. And for whatever reason, I was like, did it suck him and glue him to the ground? Because he will not stand up for the entirety of this scene, where he's getting pelted with pills and Pepsis and whatever's in
I
there.
wrote supplements and fish. Nice.
It seems like I don't understand the amount of damage these pills are doing. All right, cans, they can hurt, but a pill bottle, I think he's just being a little bit of a wimp.
No, absolutely. That's what I mean. He could have got up and just
I think he's
walked
taken
out.
off guard. He just watched a blender kill a lady and he just got sucked
Oh,
into
he's
a
in
freezer.
shock.
He might
Yeah.
be in shock. We'll blame shock for everything.
And the frozen barracuda fish that John loves so much turns and starts laughing at him or something.
It's so weird,
And then it
man.
launches at his neck and like chews through his neck. So that cop's dead.
Yes.
David / Catherine picks up Laura and takes her to the sunbathing room, the sun tanning room, and ties her to a suntan machine and then like turns it on. Basically, it's going to cook her alive.
Yeah. This is like some James Bond villain shit. Or like, I guess he couldn't find a railroad track to tie her to. Like,
But yeah,
Twirling the mustache.
so
All right, Michael,
stupid.
time to make a deal.
Michael runs to the computer room, finds pirate guy's faces like mashed and mangled into nothing and dead. He looks on the computer monitors and sees Laura tied up in the suntan room.
Right.
So he goes to like open the room, right? And he can't open it. The door's locked. He jumps through the window like Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop level jumps through the window, smashes everywhere, unties her, pulls her up. That party doesn't miss a beat. No one gives a shit. He walks out with a girl who's been like blistered and sunburned, and everyone's just like, cool. You thinking about signing up?
yeah, right. If I were Michael at this point, I'd be like, fucking, you can have the gym. This place is definitely going. A cop just died in your freezer.
He doesn't know that, but yes.
Like,
so,
it's going out of business here.
The whole club's like on fire at this point. Like people are dying left and right. It's not just, to our main characters, our side characters and, extras
Yes.
are all dying now.
It's wild. Like, it looks like Stockholm from Cabin in the Woods. Everything is just on fire.
yes, it's crazy. And so like this is all going on. People are dying. They send one girl into the bathroom like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I think so. I think it's Priscilla. And then the mirror starts going whoa, 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 and warping and then like shatters out and slashes her face open.
it explodes her head open.
It explodes her head open.
I was
That's
like,
what it
oh,
does.
that's a new power. Haven't seen that one yet. We saw the hand, so we knew it was possible,
Yeah.
but not to the head.
The mirror explodes and then explodes her head. So at this point, that's when
I'm gonna need you guys to explain the ending to me because I didn't understand it. It's basically
Oh, Mark, if you didn't
David-
understand it, I had no chance of explaining it.
well, it's okay. So
that's
Michael,
that's what she gives him
yes.
the offer. Like,
yeah, Michael has the
join
back
me in
and forth.
hell. We'll be together forever.
Right. So she's bartering with Michael, join me in hell. And like he just decides not to. And then David starts writhing on the ground, fighting the spirit.
Yes.
And they think they kill her, but then he goes down to a control box and then he touches his shoe to a live wire and it fries her. And that's the part I don't understand.
Okay, so this is what happens.
Please tell me, because that's what I gathered
I was like,
as well.
why is his shoe frying the system that is cooking
This
the
is
dead
this is
wife?
almost you almost have it perfect. So he runs after all this. He runs back to the thing because he knows David's possessed by Catherine, and he runs in and she gives him the ultimatum, like kill yourself, be with me forever and eternity in hell, and I'll let all these people
Literally,
go.
in my mind, that's where the movie ends. Like, the end, I don't need to know. The next 5 minutes is just gibberish.
And she's like like be with me. This is our family, our nest, blah blah blah. And he's just like no. And so like everyone's life doesn't outweigh the fact that he doesn't want to die because his ex-wife or his dead wife is crazy. So she's like, well then fine, I'll take everybody down. And he unplugs the power to the computer. She waves her hand, turns it right back on, and then she starts making everything go crazy. That's when like the fires start, the machines are going nuts, everything is going full chaos. Everyone's at this point like, we've got to get the fuck out of here. We'll try to escape. Panic, the doors are locked, they can't get out the front door. All this stuff is going nuts. David runs downstairs at this point to go mass turn off the computer by hitting it at like the main electrical point. And that's where he like takes his shoes, I guess, to like insulate his hands from grabbing a live wire, and grabs the live wire. I don't know what he was doing with it, but I think it was like by grabbing this wire and letting the electricity course through him, it shorts it out.
Yeah, because it's shocking him as well as frying the system, which kills the ghost.
Yeah,
but doesn't kill the ghost.
Supposedly, yeah.
Right, that wouldn't make any sense because she's proven that she doesn't need power to run these machines. She just waves her hands.
Exactly. It's totally an error in the script. But
Find me Mitch Paradise right now. He's got some splaining to do.
What do you think Mitch Paradise is doing at this moment? What is Mitch Paradise up to?
I hope he's happy somewhere.
He's writing Death Spa 2 somewhere.
You know, it blows my mind there is not like 20 of these movies.
Or a remake or like a continuation.
He's writing a James Bond version of Jim. Goldfinger Jim.
Oh, shit.
So after that, he undoes it and he's like, well, that did it. And he's like, oh no, everyone's still getting killed and burned alive. So he runs back up, meets Marv, Lieutenant Stone, and then he breaks in, and that's where she's like, you'll never take me alive. I'll take them all. And then that's what, I guess did they shoot him? Like, how do they kill the ghost?
This movie's giving me a headache.
Yeah.
Just end it.
So anyway, like
Ghost dies, but then is not dead.
the ghost dies, and then like everyone is like, we'll get out this way. Although we never see anyone get out. So are we to believe that everyone got burned anyway?
Well, I think I gave this movie props for letting Marv live. You know, I was like, oh, the black dude made it out. Awesome.
Marv, Laura, and
Detective Stone.
I was like, oh, cool. And Michael, I was like, oh, they're all alive.
Yeah, and that's when they cut to the fried remains of David / Catherine, who's literally just a skull with a wig on it at this point almost.
And says, nice try, Michael.
Nice try, Michael. And then it freeze frames on the ghost face.
And no, the eye explodes. Remember, the eye squirts at the camera like one last good like, ugh.
And then, yeah, that's it.
And then smash cut to credits.
This movie, by the way, audience, makes no more sense when you're watching it than when we're explaining it. It is, oh, man. It's a product of its time and cocaine. What other store would this work in? Like, I'm thinking like a grocery store. They call it like Whole Foods, but HOLE.
Oh my God.
Whole Foods.
Oh, I like that. There was Michael's line before he grabs the live wire downstairs, though, to open up
I don't even remember what
it was like, all right, bitch, I'll show you fried chicken.
Oh, that sounds...
And I was like, I do not know what that means.
No. I assumed it would be something like, time to fry this turkey.
I like that better.
There's a million ways to do that, but all right, I'll show you fried chicken. I was like, I don't get it.
The last act of the movie can be summed up as if you stick your hand inside a fruit mixer and turn it on. That's what this whole blend of everything is, just a mess.
Yes.
It's a blend
bloody
of
mess. I would recommend it, though. I had a lot of fun with it. I think everybody should check it out.
It's a tight 130.
Hard disagree. Like 1 out of 5, also 1 out of 10. It's just a solid 1.
John would rather sign up to a space mission in space with a leprechaun.
Yes.
I don't know if I would put a number on it, but I would just give it a recommended because it's so batshit. I think it's fun.
I think if you recommend it and then put a number on it, it's going to basically discredit everything we said.
I just go watch it. That's all.
Because it's a bad, terrible 80s horror movie, but it is a just insane like video romp.
Yeah, but I'd say like 30 minutes of this movie are insane. The other 60 are just boring fluff of people. There's like dance numbers, aerobics, the weird lawyer subplot where it's not batshit anything. It's just boring. I'm just like, what am I watching? Minutes of my life that I cannot get back are ticking right now.
What if it was just a video soundtrack where we just saw like the crazy shit play out with like the soundtrack playing, no dialogue, no story?
Like some sort of YouTube compilation.
I spent a lot of the time that you apparently were bored going, oh yeah, this is what everybody thought the 80s was. And like just reminiscing on that. It was like,
was they? I mean, that's what they thought the 80s was in the 80s because they wrote that shit.
But to your point, yeah, someone Stranger Things watched this and was like, "This is going in the movie."
This is representative of everything that happened in the 80s.
Well, unfortunately, there is no Death Spa 2. I tried to find if there was any information on it, but there's not.
As much as I shit on this movie, if there was a Death Spa 2, I probably would have watched it.
Hey, would you take this movie over, what do we do recently?
Night of the Demons?
Night of the Demons?
Oh, it's so close. It's so close, but I actually would take Night of the Demons over this movie.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, here's why. Here's why. Because of Slug, Stooge, Steve, Stooge. Yeah, Slug. Because of Stooge. I liked Stooge's stupid characterness, and at least I got some laughs out of that.
There was way more interesting characters in Night of the Demons than this.
Also, where else am I going to see a greaser in 1980?
I like the kills in this way more than I like the kills in Night of the Demons.
All right.
I still enjoy leg warmers, so I think I choose Death Spa just because I'm like, all right, leg warmers, there they are.
Well, listeners, what do you think of Death Spa? Let us know on our Instagram, on our Facebook, and on our Twitter social medias. You can find more Grave Talk content at www.thegravetalk.com. We've also got a YouTube channel. I keep forgetting to mention that, but we do have some stuff out there also. Let us know what you think of Death Spa. Do you prefer it over Night of the Demons? We'd be interesting to hear what you say. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Found an uptown